Hey everybody, today we're talking about the Wallke X3 Pro folding fat tire e-bike. If you're looking for a folding fat tire e-bike, there's not a big market out there. Most of the time you'll find something that looks similar to this, or something that looks like your grandma was riding it around in the 40s. I picked the X3 Pro because I feel that under $2,000 it's the best performing and best looking bike out there. All right, let's go check it out. Okay, first let's get the 3 dislikes or cons out of the way. First is the weight of the bike. The bike's an absolute tank. I would not want to get stuck at the bottom of a hill with the battery running out of this at 73 pounds. Second is the support bracket you see right here at the bottom of the bike to help support the bike when the bike's folded. If you try to push the bike to its limits, that bracket keeps catching on rocks. The third con, if I had to be a little picky, it's a little noisy with someone my size. When my wife rides it, there's little to no noise at all. Now I'm going to try to change this review up a little bit. Most of the time we'll just rattle off specs about suspension, travel, or how much output the motor has. That's great if a company tells me that their bike can get 80 miles on a single charge. But if that was with an 85-pound jockey on it, that doesn't help me out at all. So I'm your average size 6'3", 250-pound male. With throttle only and no pedaling, I've hit 26 miles per hour. The top speed I've achieved is just over 33 miles per hour. Using throttle only, I've averaged 20.2 miles on nothing but throttle. And let me tell you, here in Alaska, there are quite a few hills. I've taken 3 other trips and averaged 15 miles per hour. On average, on Pedal Assist 3, I went 41 miles and had a 20% charge left. On the other hand, I took this bike to a couple places where I really put a strain on it. I pedaled as little as possible and went up the steepest hills I could find, and I still got 12 miles. I really feel the X3 Pro is really carving out its own segment. Some people ask, why would you buy a bike like this? Where exactly does it fit? I can tell you right now, if you're comparing it to one of these turbo specialized e-bikes, you're in the wrong place. This was not meant to race, jump, or hop over crazy rock obstacles. The X3 Pro fits the exact purpose that I purchased it for. It's an excellent high-speed commuter that can get me up to 30 miles an hour with very little effort. It takes me miles into the backcountry of Alaska without worry. It's got fat tires that have now gotten me through snow, mud, and sand. I really like the fact that this is a good-looking mountain bike that folds up. This makes it very versatile whether you live in a small apartment in the city or you need to get it in the back of a small vehicle to get out somewhere like this. The brakes really work great and are impressive even with someone of my size. One thing we can't leave out is the suspension. The suspension has actually been really great. Even with someone my size at 250 pounds, it has not bottomed out. Let's swing back and talk about those cons really fast. First thing you have to deal with is the weight. It's not a huge deal. Most e-bikes are really heavy, and when you add a full suspension folding e-bike, that makes it even heavier. Next is that support bracket for when you fold the bike. It's not a huge deal, like I said, the bike is not built for this. But if you do choose to off-road like this, you could always cut it off. It'll come off pretty easy. Last is the noise. That's a very small one, but if you're my size, you might have to deal with a couple little rattles. As discussed earlier, here are a few of the specs that are directly from the Wallke website. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you want to check the bike out, there will be a link in the description. Thanks again for watching.